Today I've come to one of my favourite roads in Scotland. It's along Loch Ard, and it's a place that I've been meaning to come for a while. The plan really is just to have a bit of a drive along it, stopping where I see something that I like. So I've stopped, here I am. It's a grey day, not much fantastic light, so just going to see what I can get here. I've got a fantastic little outcrop of trees here. This is just along the side of the road, and I've parked the car up on up a little bit. The sun is almost coming out, which is fantastic, and the colours that are coming from this little outcrop are brilliant. We've got green, we've got brown, we've got like a light green from the moss growing on the branches of the trees, and I quite like the spacing of the trees as well. I think this is really nice. Again, I've spent a little bit more time here just setting things up, getting things the way I wanted to, and trying a few different things. Oh, we've got some nice sunlight here. Might get a shot. So I've taken a couple of different frames, a couple of different compositions, varying it slightly, just so that I've got something that I'm happy with here at the end. I think I'll continue my journey. As I work my way up this little road, I'm seeing loads of cool stuff, but loads of cool stuff for a different day. I can just imagine what this is like with an amazing sunrise coming up Loch Ard. This is Loch Ard, just coming up this loch, hitting all these beautiful places. I think that's maybe what we need to come back for. I'm going to explore this little area a little bit longer. Like I say, my goal of today is to spend a little bit of time in each place rather than roll up, have a look, decide no, back in the car. So I'm going to spend maybe half an hour just wandering around this little area, seeing if I can see anything that I like. Just been walking along and come across this. I can only imagine that it's maybe a swan or goose egg or something like that, but it's huge. It took me ages to figure out what it was even. I haven't seen an egg this big out in the countryside before. That's pretty cool. Oh, and there's a little spider inside it as well. I imagine something has had a tasty dinner with that. I've had an idea. I haven't really been having that much success with photography down and around here, but I have now taken some photographs. What I'm thinking is, you see these trees just lining up along the shore? I'm kind of thinking maybe black and white, high contrast panorama shot of that. It's kind of what I have in my head. For panorama, there's a couple of things you need to think about. Settings on the camera have to be exactly the same for every single picture you take. It just keeps that continuity going through the image. The next thing is you have to think about how level the camera is and how you're moving the camera around. You don't want the panorama to be too wonky or anything like that. I think I've done not a bad job. You can see there's a lot of geese flying in here just behind me. Oh, we might get a nice close-up of that. Anyway, what an interruption, huh? Yes, it's important to keep the camera nice and level so that you can kind of get that continuity again going through the image. Look forward to stitching this together in Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever I choose to use. I've got this tree, which is my speciality subject, I think, sitting atop of a hill, dark background of conifers, and then the leaves on the tree are just starting to appear. I think it's a birch tree. Spotted this tree as soon as I arrived here as something that would make a fantastic subject, and I'm glad that I've walked around, because all of a sudden it just popped out. Against a lighter background, it just wasn't doing it for me, but with a slightly darker background, pretty chuffed. What we've got going on here with the camera then is 1/2 second exposure, f11 ISO 100 with a polarizing filter on the front. I've gone with the tree right in the middle. It is the center. It is the most important thing in my image. Gonna get out of this place before I am attacked by the geese. They are not happy with my presence. I've stopped along here to try and get a little photograph along Loch Arklet. I don't think it's going to happen. A couple of months ago, it must have been about half a year ago, we came along here and there was a fantastic sunset. And I got some nice photographs up just along here, the loch. I'll show you here. But today it's pretty grey looking, so I don't think there's really anything there to get. Okay, I spotted this image in the way here, and it's just a little derelict house, a little derelict boat shed on Loch Arklet here. What I've done is framed it up, a little bit of water in the scene, got some mountains in the background and some moody skies, some nice big clouds there. There's a few things technically which I'm thinking of I might try. So I've taken multiple exposures. I've bracketed the exposure so that I've got the moody sky, I've got the house, and I've got just everything exposed correctly. But then I've also taken a load of photos just to try and smooth the water out. So what I have, or what I don't have, is an ND filter which allows me to extend the shutter speed to smooth out any water that we might have. So the way around that is to combine multiple exposures, again in Lightroom, Photoshop, something like that. We will see how it looks. I'll let you know if I manage to do it or not. And yeah, hopefully the result will be quite nice. Okay, time for coffee. It's always nice to have a little coffee at the end of a walk. Look at that place, it is fantastic. Pier Cafe on Loch Katrine. Lovely inside, it's not so lovely outside anymore.